Imagine walking into a barbershop. The sound of the clippers, the fresh hair on the floor, focused men cutting hair and finishing their craft. You have the smell of fresh aftershave, and you have the seasoned clients and the newbies coming in all the same. So whether you're a new client, an aspiring barber, or somewhere in between, today we'll explore the world of men's barbershops. And today we're gonna start with a client's new perspective. So let's say you have to find a new barber. You know, maybe many of us, we're going to college. I think almost everybody's going to college. I think that's right. We're gonna have to find new people to do our hair. That can be a very daunting task. Many of us are gonna have to be worrying about this very, very soon. Thankfully, I don't have to be worrying about this because I've been cutting my own hair for a few years, but I still remember what it's like to be going to a barbershop. So let's say you walk into a shop for the first time. You don't just want to sit down. You want to make your presence known. If you booked ahead, go ahead and talk to your barber. Let him know you're there, but don't get in his way because he's probably cutting hair. But if you are a walk-in, make sure that you let people know that you're there. Hopefully somebody can get you in line. And then avoid coming in on holidays or Saturdays because you're probably not gonna get a cut. I think that's factual. So the second thing, if you're a new client, is that you have to know what you want. Do not come into the shop with a vague request. There's one thing you should know. Vague requests will equal vague results. You know, don't say a little off the top because if you do, you might end up looking like this guy. I'm speaking from experience here. I talked to my barber, I said, hey, I want kind of low. They said, how low? I said, low, and they said, really low? I said, yeah. I was bald. Another vague request. Just give me a fade, just give me a fade. You have a sweet fro like this guy, and you'll end up with a good fade, but you're just sitting there, he takes the clippers and he rolls through your hair for the first time, and you can't say anything. But make sure you know what you want going in. A best practice is to come in with a picture of yourself that you like, or a picture online, or sometimes they'll have these sort of barber charts with different numbers for different hairstyles on the wall. So you should always reference those. Thirdly, you might have a vague request like, whatever you want to do, go ahead and experiment. I do not recommend this unless you trust your barber because you could just end up looking a whole lot of different ways. Keep in mind that if you come to a barbershop, have realistic expectations in mind. Like I said, vague requests, vague results. Try to talk to your barber when you're sitting in the chair. You know, they're more experienced than you. They've cut many more heads than you've probably ever cut. So they're gonna have a good experienced opinion, but do not let their opinion overshadow your own. Come in with your own opinion, stick to it, but take the advice of your barber all the same. And you might be wondering, you know, as a new client walking into a barbershop, kind of nervous, you know, I want a good haircut, but I might get a bad haircut. And you might be wondering, what's the difference? 3 weeks is the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut. So it might suck, just wait a little bit and it'll be all right. Sometimes barbers have off days. Next, we're gonna talk about different barber techniques. In fact, I brought a couple of tools to demonstrate this right here. This is a clipper. This is a trimmer. They have different purposes. We'll start off with the clipper. This clipper probably cut like 200 different haircuts. Notice the clipper is different from the trimmer in that it has a lever. This lever you can open and close. This is the open position. This is the closed position. The closed position cuts more hair than the open position. And using this lever, you can dial in different lengths of hair so that you can achieve the blend you want. And when you use clippers and the lever in conjunction with guards, that is how you achieve blends. Guards plus the lever is how you achieve blends. So, and trimmers right here, you notice they'll have no lever. Trimmers are used for edge ups and to make the hairline sharp and crisp. Almost cut myself, gotta be careful. So, and next we're gonna talk about the unspoken rules of men's barbershops. Everybody can attest there are unspoken rules that you don't know about or that they're never spoken about, but they're definitely there. Number one, arrive on time. In fact, early is on time. Late, you're not getting a haircut. That's just the fact, especially if you're going to a barber who's very punctual. 5-10 minutes late, you might as well just pack your bags and head home. No-shows are very annoying, so many barbers nowadays make you pay ahead so that even if you don't show up they're still gonna get paid and you're not gonna get a refund. Another point, stay still during a haircut. If you have to sneeze or cough, that's fine. Scratch your neck. Hey man, give me a second. I gotta sneeze. If you don't tell him, you might end up looking like this. Oh man, my clipper slipped. You sneezed. This happened with my younger brother. I didn't cut him this bad. In fact, I had such fast hands, you know, I pulled it away in time. But he didn't tell me. If he told me, we could have avoided a whole situation. Another controversial point, I would say, is stay off your phone when you're in the barbershop. In fact, many men consider their barber as their therapist. Take the opportunity. We live in a very rushed world right now. We never get the chance to talk to somebody without a phone or any distraction, really. A barbershop is a good opportunity, 30 minutes to talk to somebody, get to know the guy or girl, and definitely, you know, make yourself comfortable, make yourself at home. That barbershop might be your second home. And thirdly, when your barber shows you the cut, don't just say it looks good. You know, many times when I've got the mirror handed to me, I just said it looks good, and it did look good most of the time. But don't be afraid to critique the haircut. The barber wants you satisfied with your haircut, especially if you're paying for it as well. You want to definitely be happy in your haircut. To summarize, if you're a walk-in client, make your presence known and communicate to the barber. And barbers, know your tools, the levers and the guards. And the next time you're in the chair, talk to your barber and avoid eye contact. I actually forgot one unspoken rule, the highest taboo in all of haircut. Do not look your barber in the eye when they're doing your lineup. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them think you don't trust them. Do not look them in the eye, or else I'm gonna look you back and kick you out of my chair. And finally, the next time you come to get a haircut, remember these tips, and hopefully you won't end up looking like this. Thank you.